Pankti, what happened? Shaili, can you please help her out?
Yeah, ma'am, started. Santosh sir.
Pankti madam.
Yes, sorry for the inconvenience. Really sorry. The use also. So they'll just take 2 minutes joining. So we will start our session within 2 minutes. Yes, good morning, everybody. On behalf of SPN Doshi Women's College, I welcome Shilpa Madam and I welcome Madam for this webinar, Cyber Sakhi. Shilpa Madam, kind welcome to you. The introduction speech and the concept note will be given by Dr. Santosh Sir from Commerce Department. Over to you, Santosh Sir.
Thank you, Pankti madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yes, you are, sir.
Santosh, sir, before you begin, can you please allow me to share a pre-test link on the chat box so that by the time the introduction is done, the students can fill up the pre-test?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Thank you, sir. I've shared it in the chat box here. You all can please share it on the platform there. Sorry to interrupt. You can go ahead.
No. Cyber security is the application of technologies, processes, and control protect our systems, networks, and program devices in some data from cyber attacks. Cyber security protect network and devices from external threats. It helps to secure our computers, laptops, mobile devices, electronic systems, networks, and data from the external attacks, and it helps to secure our system, finance, businesses. So today's topic is cybersecurity. It is related with individual, companies, countries, economy also. And worldwide, it is very famous nowadays because everything has converted into the online. So this is a small introduction of cybersecurity. Pati madam, over to you. Pankti madam.
Yes. Yes, sir. Shilpa ma'am, the link is being shared with the students. They'll just take 2 minutes to fill up the details. Just 2 minutes. Yes. Now I welcome our pillar of our organization, that is our principal madam. She is being a very good support system to each one of us in all our flaws and cons, and she is a pillar of our organization. So she's every time with enthusiastic, every time supportive. So I welcome our principal madam, Dr. Asha Menon. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pankti madam. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this webinar on Cyber Sakhi, organized by IQAC, Women's Development Cell, Department of Bachelor of Commerce and Accountancy of Srimati P. N. Doshi Women's College, Mumbai. In today's world, where everything is online, we need to be secure. Cyber safety is trying to be safe on the internet and is the act of maximizing a user's awareness of personal safety and security risk under the internet and the self-protection from computer crimes. I'm sure by the end of this webinar, you will know how to protect yourself against cybercrime and be responsible netizens. I would like to welcome Ms. Shilpa Chandolikar, who is the resource person for this session. I'm sure with her vast expertise, she will be able to help the participants understand how to be cyber safe and what are the strategies to be used to avoid cyberbullying. I would also like to welcome all the participants for joining us for this important webinar. I congratulate the IQAC team, Women's Development Cell, and the Department of Bachelor of Commerce and Accountancy for helping the participants realize the importance of cybersecurity. Thank you so much. Over to Pankti, Madam.
Yes, now call upon Dr. Shaili Madam to introduce our resource person for the day, Dr. Shilpa Madam. Dr. Shaili Ma'am is the head in the accountancy department of our commerce. So I welcome Dr. Shaili Madam to introduce Shilpa Madam. Thank Dr. Shaili Madam.
Thank you, Pankaj. Am I audible? Yeah, thank you. It's my privilege to introduce today's speaker, Ms. Shilpa Chadolikar. Shilpa ma'am is a commercial artist by profession. She has over 19 years of experience in the field of graphic designing and has been a brand custodian to an esteemed multinational organization in the marketing communications functions for the past 15 years. Shilpa ma'am is also a trustee of Ahan Foundation since its inception and contributes towards the brand building and amplification of the project Responsible Netizen. You can see that symbol also. She has been empowering and educating people to be a safe on cyber space since 8 years. Shilpa is a child online protectionist and a strongly advocate for a responsible online behavior. Ma'am, you are very apt for this today's session. We again welcome you and over to you, Shilpa ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shelly ma'am. And thank you so much for the words of wisdom to the principal ma'am. I'm very delighted to be a part of this session and thank you for the opportunity from our entire team. So I'll begin straight away. Welcome students, and I actually wanted, since I was not aware that this is going to be streamed, I thought that the session could have been interactive. I would love to interact with you students, but you all can always share your comments in the platform, and teachers, you all can be kind enough to share those comments here on Zoom so that I'll also get to understand what the students think about and
Sure, ma'am.
how much is it that they're aware of. I'm hoping that all you students have filled up the pre-test form. It's very important for us because only then I can share the feedback form towards the end to understand how much of it you did not know and how much of knowledge you have acquired towards the end of the session. So the session today, my dear students, is all about how we extensively use the internet platform and the social media platforms because it is a necessity to connect with people. Internet has so much information which is so valuable to us. However, while we are using these platforms so extensively, we also need to be mindful. We need to think before we click, share, comment, upload. And let us see what happens while we are using these kind of platforms on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to share a couple of case studies with you as well. So today's session is called Cyber Sakhi because we believe that after children, women are the most vulnerable or the most targeted on the internet platform. There are a lot of crimes which are called cyber crimes that happen against women. And all of us need to learn to be resilient. We need to learn to be strong enough to face these kind of threats. And most importantly, what are the action points? How can you report these crimes? So our organization, Responsible Netizen, we have been working with the cyber cell of the Mumbai police since the past 10 years. And we are also, so we also provide we've started a national helpline number पैन इंडिया, जहां पे हमारे पास कम से कम करीब 80 से 100 केसेस आ जाते हैं दिन में, where people report about cyber crimes, and wherever we see that there is police intervention required, we forward these cases to the cyber cell department. Also, we provide legal and psychological assistance to anybody who is going through any form of online distress. The session today is supported by our partner BOB Financials, and we are very, very thankful for them. Before I begin, I have a disclaimer to share with you that we are not against technology, and we are not at all against any kind of a social media platform. However, like I said earlier, we need to use these platforms constructively, creatively, and cause with a sense of responsibility. जैसे हम इंडिया के सब citizens हैं and we are responsible citizens, जिम्मेदार नागरिक, वैसे ही all of us, whether it's a child, a student, adult, senior citizens using technology platform are called netizens. And that's why today we are all going to learn to become a responsible netizen to protect ourselves, our friends, and our families in the online space. तो ये है हमारे इंटरनेट की दुनिया. I think we should all be really, really thankful and grateful कि लॉकडाउन के पीरियड में हमारे पास इंटरनेट नहीं होता तो all of us could have gone insanely crazy. Internet has helped us stay connected with people virtually. It has helped us share our knowledge, our views, and our likings. It has helped us academically, because most of the sessions have been online so far, and also we have massively entertained ourselves day in and day out. तो हमारा दिन शुरू होता है किसी के ब्यूटीफुल गुड मॉर्निंग मैसेज से और खत्म होता है किसी के अच्छे से गुड नाइट मैसेज से. However, जैसे रियल लाइफ में बहुत सारे अलग अलग क्राइम्स होते हैं, वैसे ही जब इंटरनेट के माध्यम में साइबर स्पेस में जब क्राइम्स होते हैं, we all know that they are called cyber crimes. Let us very quickly see what are these kind of cyber crimes and how can we deal with these. जो सबसे कॉमन क्राइम होता है उसे कहते हैं फेक प्रोफाइल बनाना या किसी का फेक अकाउंट बनाना. ठीक उसी तरह जिस तरह हम किसी और के नाम का आधार कार्ड, बैंक अकाउंट या पासपोर्ट नहीं बना सकते, इट इज इलीगल एंड इट इज कंसिडर्ड एज अ क्राइम, उसी तरह इंटरनेट के प्लेटफॉर्म पे नोबडी हैज द राइट टू क्रिएट अ प्रोफाइल और एन अकाउंट ऑन योर नेम without your knowledge, which means if somebody steals your identity, like your photograph, your name, your age, or any personal details and creates a separate account without your knowledge, it is called creating a fake profile, which is a punishable offense under the cyber law. Towards the end of the session, I'm also going to enlighten you about what are the cyber laws, what are the implications, what are the punishments for any sort of a cyber crime. It's not going to be purely me talking here. So I'm also going to give you all some tasks, and these tasks are not just for students, but also for the faculty. Your first task for the day is just किसी social media platform पे आपका account होगा, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Twitter, any of these accounts. Check, type your name in the search and see whether somebody else has used your picture without your knowledge, which is your photograph as the DP, or your identity like your name as the DP. If you find that somebody has created this kind of an account using your information, and you were not aware about it, that means that person has committed a crime. It is a punishable offense. The first thing that you have to do is go on that social media platform and report about it. Every good social media platform, including a WhatsApp, has reporting mechanisms in the settings. वहां जाके आपको उसके बारे में immediately report करना है. The second most common crime that happens in cyberspace is called hacking. Hacking का simple मतलब होता है बिना किसी के permission से उनका सब data उनके account में घुस के चोरी कर लेना. Like we will not allow anybody to open the lock of our house and enter our house. Similarly, we need to have our accounts absolutely protected, in social media sites or any accounts that we have on the internet, so that nobody keeps strong, very strong passwords, so nobody can crack your password and steal all your data, including your personal information, and use it against you. लेकिन क्या आप जानते हैं कि बच्चे जो होते हैं, बच्चे are experts in hacking. Now, children from the age of maybe even lesser than 1 can hack. कैसे? मम्मी का मोबाइल फोन का पैटर्न खोल के they want to watch a video देखने के बिना they will not eat their food, right? And children who are, as per our study and experience, children who are from the age of 4th to 4th standard onwards are absolutely experts in hacking passwords. They're experts in hacking email IDs of their parents, Google Pay, Paytm accounts of their parents' phones, and most importantly, hacking Wi-Fi passwords, और वो भी बाजू वाले अंकल का Wi-Fi password. इसका मतलब है कि जिस दिन बच्चों को Wi-Fi password, बिल्डिंग के सब Wi-Fi उनको पता रहते हैं. The moment they get somebody's Wi-Fi, उनकी तो चांदी हो गई. लेकिन जब बाजू वाले अंकल आंटी को पता चलेगा कि somebody is using their Wi-Fi without their knowledge, they have the right to go and report about this to the cyber cell, and the child can very, very easily be caught. Now, how is it that anybody can be caught in the cyberspace? 2 things, important things. One is the IP address, that is the Internet Protocol address, and the other is the IMEI number that is available on every gadget. And of course, the ethical hackers working with the cyber cell, along with their with the help of their knowledge and expertise, they are able to trace a person who's committing any sort of a cybercrime. So a lesson for the day for all of you is, all you students who have younger siblings or even cousins at home, you need to tell them that every cybercrime is 100% traceable. Now, the next one is called stalking. Stalking का simple मतलब होता है किसी का online पीछा करना without that person's permission and with the intention of harassing that person. लेकिन पूरे दिन में हम सबके DPs और statuses हमारे फोन पे चेक करते रहते हैं. So are we stalking people? Well, yes, we are stalking people just to find out किसके life में क्या चल रहा है. But here our intention is not wrong. Our intention is not to harass anybody. We are just curious about who's having how much fun, and let's just check out the DPs, right? Because DPs deke ya statuses deke we so easily judge people. Now, the reason why we are stalking here is this is not considered as a crime is because all of these people are already a part of our friend list, and we know most of these people personally. So it is quite okay to just go through their DPs and statuses without an intention of really harassing that person. Now here I'm going to share a case study with you. A girl from the 12th grade fell in love with a boy from the 11th grade, and she was constantly trying to track him on his Instagram ID, and she started sending him a lot of messages which were very, very irritating to the boy, because she was constantly trying to draw his attention. But then this boy was just, he did not bother and he did not respond to her because he was not interested in her. She created a couple of fake accounts on Instagram and again started poking him, again started following him, and started sending him content which was forceful to draw his attention. But again, this boy realized that, the content or the messages sounded familiar to him, and he thought that it must be the same person harassing him. So again, he did not respond and he blocked all those accounts. This really humiliated the girl, and she got his WhatsApp number from somewhere, and she started sending him objectionable pictures or inappropriate pictures of herself as videos and images to attract him sexually. Now this boy was absolutely, he was just not bothered, and he just did not respond to her at all. And now this completely humiliated the girl. It made her very, very angry. And what she did was, she pulled out a picture from Google of a slit wrist. बहुत सारे cuts थे वो हाथ पे. She sent this picture from Google, which she pulled out, and she sent it to the boy's WhatsApp saying, this is what you have made me do. This is because you have not been responding and you have just been ignoring me and neglecting me. तुम्हारे वजह से मैंने मेरा हाथ काटा है और मैं सबको जाके और पुलिस को भी जाके ये बताऊंगी कि तुम्हारे पास मेरे वैसे वाले पिक्चर्स और वीडियोस है. This boy got very, very scared. सबसे पहला डर वो लड़के का था कि अगर ये लड़की मर गई, पूरा इल्जाम उसके ऊपर आएगा, जबकि उसने कुछ किया भी नहीं था. He will be rusticated from college. He will be thrown out of his house. His career will go for a toss, and he will be put behind bars. This boy couldn't even share this with his parents, thinking that the parents would probably not believe him, and he wouldn't be able to convince him कि एक लड़की मुझे परेशान कर रही है. Also, sharing this information with his friends, the friends would have bullied him, saying that you couldn't even handle a girl. This whole scenario was so stressful to this boy for weeks together that he could not take it anymore, and he decided that mar jana better hai, because I cannot deal with this stress. Ye ladki mar bhi gayi hogi, kabhi bhi mere ghar pe police aa sakti hai. And he decided to do something bad with himself. He jumped out of a running bus, lekin thankfully he was bruised very badly, lekin wo ladka bach gaya because he एक suicidal attempt था. इसके वजह से ये एक पुलिस केस बनी. जब पुलिस हॉस्पिटल में आई तब पूरा खुलासा हुआ कि एग्जैक्टली मैटर क्या था. पुलिस ने ये लड़की को और उसके माँ बाप को पुलिस स्टेशन में बुलाया, जहां पे ये लड़की ने कबूल किया. She accepted that I am deeply in love with this boy and I did it purposely because he was not paying attention, but I was not aware of the consequences of what would have happened. I thought उसको डरा के वो शायद मान जाएगा. If you really recollect the story now, you will realize that the girl had committed multiple crimes. Sabse pehle, the girl has created so many various fake profiles on the Instagram platform, and she was the second one, which she was constantly following all his online activities. She was constantly stalking him intentionally with a wrong intention, and she was sending him derogatory messages, forceful messages, which can also be considered to be bullying. Now, the most important thing that the girl did was she threatened the boy, and she committed a crime called abetment to suicide, which means her threats made the boy so scared that he wanted to end his life and he attempted to commit suicide. Now, all of these put together become the gravity of the crime becomes very, very large, and it's very, very, it's considered as a very serious crime under the ID Act of the Indian Penal Code. And the girl was put in the jail for 5 months because the girl was under 18. अभी यहाँ पे आपको ये समझने की जरूरत है कि इंडिया में फिलहाल ऐसे लॉज नहीं, stringent laws नहीं बने हैं for children or who are under 18 years old. Children under 18 are, if the gravity of the crime is very, very big, and अगर victim को बहुत नुकसान पहुंचा है, तो children under 18 are put into corrective homes, or also called corrective homes or बच्चों की jail. Not just this, but her parents, the girl's parents, had to pay a fine of rupees 5 lakhs. Now, you must be wondering that why the girl's parents had to pay 5 lakhs. And here, I would request the faculty as well to answer me. Teachers, why do you think that the parents had to pay such a big fine here in this case? Please go ahead and unmute yourself so that I understand your views.
May I?
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah,
Sure.
maybe because the girl is minor girl.
Okay.
And the parents were not aware about what her child is doing.
Okay.
And up to what extent she has gone.
Okay.
Might be for that reason And
All
even
right,
the
ma'am.
girl can, even the girl can understand, okay, because of me, now the parents are
All right.
being punished or being penalized.
Sure, ma'am. Anybody else would like to give it a try? All right. So, ma'am was right to an extent, लेकिन इस चीज का सिंपल जवाब है गैजेट और इंटरनेट कनेक्शन पेरेंट्स के नाम पे रहता है या गार्डियंस के नाम पे रहता है. जिस किसी अडल्ट के नाम पे गैजेट और इंटरनेट कनेक्शन होगा, दे आर द वंस हु आर लायबल टू पे अ वेरी ह्यूज फाइन, totally depending on the gravity of the crime. The fine can go from 50,000 to 10 lakhs. It completely depends on that. Now, of course, parents are not aware of what the girl was doing on her gadget, and all of these are part and parcels of that. But what we as students need to understand कि हमारे गलती से सिर्फ हमें नहीं लेकिन हमारे पूरे फैमिली को सजा भुगतनी पड़ती है. Now, this was one part about stalking. The other part about stalking is a little interesting, but again a little worrisome. मुझे याद है जब मैं कॉलेज में होती थी और if I was interested in a boy, it used to take me weeks to find out information about that boy through his friends, through his society people, or through any other alliances. It used to take months and weeks to find out information कि वो लड़का अच्छा है कि नहीं मेरे लिए. लेकिन आज 3 मिनट में एक क्लिक पे पूरी जन्म कुंडली हमारे सामने आ जाती है. The reason is why? Because we are so ourselves extensively, so hyperly posting about ourselves on the internet platform कि सिर्फ हमारी नहीं हमारे पूरे खानदान की कुंडली हमें एक क्लिक पे मिल जाती है. Now, while we are, wanting to make friends with new people online, we need to be extremely mindful and understand that we have to verify who that person is. आप कैसे verify करोगे? Google पे उनका नाम टाइप करिए. अगर उनके बारे में बहुत ही कम जानकारी अगर आपको Google पे मिलेगी, तो समझ लीजिए कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. Google knows everything that we do because we have set certain permissions that we only don't know कि हमने क्या permission set किए हैं. Google knows where we go, who are our friends, what is information about us. So it's important to always verify not only the person, but also any kind of an information that comes to us in terms of forwarded messages. Before forwarding it to somebody else, you need to understand and verify those messages by copy pasting those messages on Google so that you understand whether that message is, the information is correct or is accurate or not. So just for your information, any messages that come from our government Twitter handles or the police Twitter handles are verified messages. All the other messages can probably be fake. So let's be mindful about that as well. Stalking को हम simple language में कहते हैं मन की बात. मतलब मन की बात व्हाट्सएप से बेहतर क्या हो सकती है? कंफ्यूज्ड? ओके. बॉयफ्रेंड से झगड़ा हो गया, व्हाट्सएप का डीपी और स्टेटस बदल गया. घर पे कोई प्रॉब्लम हो गई, व्हाट्सएप का स्टेटस और डीपी बदल गया. बहुत ज्यादा दुखी हो गए, बहुत ज्यादा खुश हो गए, व्हाट्सएप का स्टेटस बदल गया, या कोई भी डीपी और स्टेटस हमारा बदल गया. इसका मतलब है कितनी आसानी से हम हमारे मन की बात इतने लोगों तक पहुंचाते हैं. Do not be surprised अगर कोई दूध वाला भैया या कोई भाजी वाला भैया या फ्रूट वेंडर आपको आके बोलेगा, क्या हुआ दीदी, कल थोड़ा आपका फोटो सैड लग रहा था, कुछ प्रॉब्लम है क्या? देखा मैंने आपके डीपी में. इसका मतलब है कि हमारे ऑलरेडी बहुत सारे लोग, बिकॉज हम ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर करते हैं, हमारे पास उनके कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स है. आजकल बहुत सारे ऑर्डर्स व्हाट्सएप पे भी हो जाते हैं. इसका मतलब है कि हमारे मन की बात बाजू वाले से लेके भाजी वाले तक हम बहुत ही आसानी से पहुंचा देते हैं. इसीलिए like I said, in the beginning, we need to be very mindful before we upload, before we click, before we post anything, and before we comment anything, because we are giving out a lot of information and how we feel to people who are not connected to us in our personal lives. So let us be very, very mindful about that. The next one is called morphing, also called as photomorphing. A tip over here for all of you is do not upload high resolution pictures or very close up photographs or selfies on any kind of a social media platform, including WhatsApp. Here, students may argue saying that हम इतने महंगे phones खरीदते हैं for a good camera. Agreed. कैमरा की सेटिंग्स आपके हाथ में होते हैं. कैमरा की सेटिंग्स आप रिड्यूस करके रख सकते हो. It's very, very easy to pull out anybody's pictures, just the head, and morph it with any other body to create a objectionable or a naked या एक नंगी तस्वीर में बदलने के लिए बिल्कुल भी टाइम नहीं लगता है. So my dear beautiful girls, my dear beautiful students here, do not share any kind of inappropriate or objectionable pictures, even with your babies and janus. Hi baby, I'm missing you so badly. Can you send me a picture of yours? You have to think before sending any kind of posting any kind of picture on any online platform, because your lesson number 2, you are leaving your digital footprint on the internet. इसका मतलब क्या है? अगर वो मैसेज आपने आपकी तरफ से भी डिलीट कर दिया, इंटरनेट के माध्यम से वो मैसेज कभी भी डिलीट नहीं होगा. इसका मतलब है कि आप अपने डिजिटल फुटप्रिंट, आप आपकी निशानी या एविडेंस उस प्लेटफॉर्म पे छोड़ रहे हो. So do not share any sort of objectionable or inappropriate pictures with your baby janos or anybody who is even threatening you कि अगर तुमने मुझे नहीं भेजा, then I will make your photo viral or I will spread it out. You have the right to say no. You have the right to stop that communication and immediately report it to a trusted adult. It can be your parents, it can be your teachers in colleges, it can be your college counselors, your principals, or it can be to organizations like us who help people in any form of online distress. One of the most important and most common and dangerous crime that happens in the internet platform is called cyberbullying, also called as cyber ragging. Ragging का मतलब हम सबको तो पता ही है. Okay. Nobody on the internet platform has the right to make you feel miserable. Not just the internet platform, but whether you are online or offline, किसी को हक नहीं बनता कि आपसे बुरी तरह से बात करें. We have to understand that using any form of derogatory language in ways of bad words or body shaming a person is considered as a very, very serious cyber crime. बहुत बार ग्रुप्स होते हैं कॉलेजेस और स्कूल्स में जिनके व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप होते हैं जहां पे बच्चों को या स्टूडेंट्स को टारगेट किया जाता है. और हमारे पास ऐसे भी केसेस आए हैं जहां पे एक ग्रुप में किसी एक व्यक्ति को, किसी एक पार्टिसिपेंट को ग्रुप में चुन के ऐसे ग्रुप के नाम लिखे हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई एम अ पार्ट ऑफ अ ग्रुप, वी हैव रिसीव्ड केसेस वेयर the name of the group has been titled as आज शिल्पा का दिन है, यानी आज शिल्पा को परेशान करना है. Simple as that. और सिर्फ परेशान यानी परेशान नहीं होता है. It's not परेशान in ways of fun. It is परेशान in ways of body shaming me. It's making me feel very, very embarrassed, making me feel out of their making me feel that I'm not worth it, not a part of them. Making me feel that my thinking is absolutely absurd and I don't deserve to be on that group. So this kind of an activity where people are body shaming each other or judging you as per your looks, as per your appearance, or judging you for your thinking using derogatory words on any kind of an internet platform, could be WhatsApp, any other chatting medium. And these messages not necessarily should be in the form of text. It can be in the form of GIFs, images, or even videos that can make me feel hurt, that can make me feel embarrassed, that can make me feel worthless, angry, and threatened is called bullying. What you need to do, like I said, is immediately report about it to you're a trusted adult. If you're not really comfortable speaking to your parents, you can speak to your college counselor, teacher, or even you can connect with us on our helpline numbers. Just give me a second, please. Sorry. ट्रोलिंग ये वर्ड भी आप सबने सुना होगा कभी कभार
sharing.
I'm not sharing, ma'am, because I'm just talking now.
Okay.
Okay. I hope I'm audible back to everybody.
Yes,
Yes,
Shilpa ma'am, you are audible. And Shilpa ma'am, the students are also there on the Zoom platform. So in case you wanted to conversate with them, talk to them, so they have joined our platform Zoom also.
So
you
they
can
are
surely ask them
they are on
questions.
Zoom as well as they are on YouTube, is it?
Yes. Because we wanted to communicate, so some of our senior students have given them the Zoom link also.
I was just wondering how come the number is.
Yes. So I
Thank
just
you.
thought of just
Thank
informing
you.
you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. So, ma'am, don't forget to send me a screenshot of the number of participants on YouTube.
Yes, I'll surely do that.
Yes. So, ट्रोलिंग का मतलब है कि किसी भी चैटिंग प्लेटफॉर्म पे अगर कोई डिस्कशन हो रहा है and if boys are sharing their views about it, और अगर किसी लड़की ने उसमें उसके views share किए, the entire attention of that chat is diverted towards the girl and she has been proven or she has been उसे बहुत ही worthless और उसके thinking को बहुत ही worthless माना जाता है and derogatory words are used, and this situation also happens vice versa. If there is a platform jahan pe girls are communicating and if a boy has to share his views, the entire attention is drawn. So this happens vice versa and this is called trolling. अगर आपको कोई भी चैटिंग प्लेटफॉर्म पे, and I'm going to repeat a couple of things through the session again and again because I want this to fit in your head, कि सबसे पहले यानी you need to identify कि आपके साथ साइबर क्राइम हो रहा है. जब भी आपको थ्रेटेंड महसूस हो, आपको एम्बैरस महसूस हो, आपको कुछ अनकंफर्टेबल ना लगे, आपको किसी बात का बुरा लगा हो या आपको कोई ह्यूमिलिएट कर रहा है या कोई डरा धमका रहा है या आपको कोई अनरीजनेबल चैलेंजेस या डेयर्स दे रहा है, इसका मतलब ये है कि कुछ सही नहीं है एंड यू हैव टू टेक अप्रोप्रिएट एक्शंस अबाउट इट. फाइनेंशियल फ्रॉड्स के बारे में बहुत जल्दी आपको सबको बताऊंगी क्योंकि ये इन्फॉर्मेशन आप सबको आपके बड़ों को घर में इन्फॉर्म करना है, आपके पेरेंट्स को, गार्डियंस को. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इज दैट कोई भी अकाउंट अगर कोई भी बैंक में हमारा रहेगा, बाय नाउ यू ऑल नो दैट बैंक्स विल नेवर एवर कॉल अस फॉर आवर सेंसिटिव डिटेल्स लाइक आवर डेट ऑफ बर्थ, आवर पैन कार्ड, आधार कार्ड, आवर अकाउंट नंबर और OTPs. कभी भी अगर आपको कॉल्स आते हैं बैंक से कि मैं HDFC से बोल रहा हूँ या ICICI से बोल रही हूँ, मैडम आपका अकाउंट फ्रीज हो जाएगा, आपके KYC डिटेल्स अपडेट नहीं है, इमीडिएटली आपके KYC डिटेल्स हमें दे दो, एक OTP आपके पास आएगा वो भी दे दो, वरना आपका अकाउंट फ्रीज हो जाएगा. ऐसे सिचुएशन में आप क्या करेंगे? स्टूडेंट्स, फैकल्टी, क्या करेंगे आप? Come on, students, I'm asking you all questions. I want an interactive session here. Even I need a break. If somebody calls you very hesitantly or very hastily saying that आपका अकाउंट फ्रीज हो जाएगा, 5 मिनट के अंदर आप अपने KYC डिटेल्स आप हमें दे दीजिए वरना आपका अकाउंट फ्रीज हो जाएगा, और वो एक बार फ्रीज हो गया तो आपको नया अकाउंट खोलना पड़ेगा या आपको इतनी फाइन भरनी पड़ेगी. इसके लिए आपको आपके सब KYC डिटेल्स हमारे साथ शेयर करने हैं, आपको एक OTP आ जाएगा और वो OTP आपको हमारे साथ शेयर करना है. तो आप क्या करेंगे? टीचर्स,
हम नहीं शेयर करेंगे.
थैंक यू. आप नहीं शेयर करेंगे और यही चीज आप आपके पेरेंट्स को भी बोलेंगे कि नेवर एंटरटेन दिस काइंड ऑफ कॉल्स. because no bank will ever ask you for these kind of sensitive details. So please share this information with everybody in your house, your relatives, especially the elders, because ये calls ऐसे रहते हैं, उनकी language, उनकी tone बहुत ही ज़्यादा convincing रहती है, और हम ये बहुत ही आसानी से मान लेंगे कि अरे बाप रे, अगर हमारा अकाउंट फ्रीज हो गया तो हम क्या करेंगे। बहुत बहुत सारे ट्रांजैक्शन आजकल हम ऑनलाइन करते हैं, बैंक में जाना कम हो जाता है, तो कोई भी सिली रीजन से वो हमें डरा धमका सकते हैं। नेवर फॉल प्रे टू दीज काइंड ऑफ कॉल्स or even these kind of fraudulent messages. These are fraud calls, and most of these calls come to you from call centers जो बैंक के सर्विसेज और प्रोडक्ट्स बेचते रहते हैं, लेकिन आपको केवाईसी मांगेंगे, वो एक फ्रॉडुलेंट एक्टिविटी है और तुरंत आपको इसके बारे में रिपोर्ट करना है। My internet connection is unstable. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible. You are perfectly audible.
Okay. Cyber terrorism is a very, very serious crime that happens in cyberspace. Terrorism के बारे में आप सबने सुना होगा। Cyber terrorism का मतलब है to radicalize people's thinking on the internet platform. उनको डराना धमकाना, उनको बहुत horribly threaten करना against their country, their religion, their society, sending them threatful links of videos which are very, very extremely violent, radicalizing their thinking so that they do something, or they are threatened to do something that is very illegal, that is unethical against their society, religion, or their country. And this kind of a cyber crime has a lifetime imprisonment under the cyber law. इस प्रकार के messages बहुत ही थ्रेटनिंग मैसेजेस होते हैं, जहां पे बच्चों को और स्पेशली विमेन को एंड यंगस्टर्स को टारगेट किया जाता है। उनके फोटोज हैक किए जाते हैं, उनके वीडियोस हैक किए जाते हैं, उनको मॉर्फ किया जाता है और बोला जाता है कि अगर हमने जो बोला है वो नहीं किया तो तुम्हारी ये फोटो हम पोर्नोग्राफिक साइट्स पे या हम इंटरनेट पे वायरल कर देंगे। सो प्लीज you have the right to say no and block these people. And I'm going to tell you in the next slide कि exactly action points क्या होंगे अगर कभी भी आपको इस प्रकार के bullying content अगर आपको कभी दिखता है। How will you deal with these kind of people? सबसे पहले stop responding and stop reacting. These people wait for your reaction. जितना आप react करोगे उतना उनको मजा आएगा आपको परेशान करने में, तो reactions बंद कर दीजिए। दूसरी बात, like I repeatedly said, report to a trusted adult, parent, counselor, teacher, principal, or us. Very, very important tip to all of you is very important to keep evidence of that bullying content. कैसे? प्रिंट स्क्रीन लेना है लैपटॉप या कंप्यूटर से, या स्क्रीनशॉट लेना है आपके मोबाइल फोन से। मेक श्योर कि जब आप प्रिंट स्क्रीन या स्क्रीनशॉट लेते हो वो बुलिंग कंटेंट का, उसमें वेबसाइट यूआरएल दिखना जरूरी है। जब हम साइबर सेल में कंप्लेंट्स रिपोर्ट करते हैं वहां एविडेंस आर मैंडेटरी। उसके लिए आपको ये एविडेंस का प्रिंट आउट लेके आपको साइबर सेल में जाना पड़ता है, बिकॉज द यूआरएल हेल्प्स द पुलिस टू ट्रेस कि इस प्रकार के थ्रेटनिंग मैसेजेस कहां से आए हैं। सो एविडेंस इज अ मस्ट। सब डर जाएंगे, अचानक आप ब्लॉक कर देंगे, आप लॉग आउट हो जाएंगे, you know, all these are very natural reactions. But now going forward, since you know about all of this, make sure that you always take a print screen wherever you feel something is going terribly wrong or you are scared of something. Important is to report that particular abuse on social media site as well. Like I said, every good social media site has reporting mechanisms. Again, take a print screen, report it to the social media site. The rest of it is all that I've told you, that we need to seek counseling and support with organizations like us or from your school, college counselors as well. You have absolutely the right to raise your voice strong, loud, and clear and fearless. Now, remember, like I said, give nobody the right to make you feel miserable, whether you're online or whether you're offline. The world of games. How many of you play games, and can you quickly name a couple of games that you play? Come on, students. Okay, I play a game called Wordscapes. Maybe very boring for you all, but I do. I love that game, just forming different words. And does anybody play Free Fire? Does anybody play Counter-Strike, PUBG,
Ludo.
Pokemon, anything else?
Ludo game.
Ludo, okay. Teachers, Candy Crush, anybody?
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush, right. All right, okay. So there are many games. What you need to understand is age appropriateness to play games. Now, this is something very important that you also need to tell your siblings or, children who are in the house younger to you. जैसे बच्चे under 18 ड्राइविंग और वोटिंग नहीं कर सकते, it is illegal and it is considered as a crime. वैसे ही हर game is not meant for children to play. You will be surprised to know that PUBG खेलने के लिए the accurate age to play PUBG as per law is 16 years. लेकिन यहाँ पे हमारे बच्चे जो 7 और 8 साल के होते हैं, वो उनको कहीं से लिंक मिल जाती है, टॉरेंट साइट से कोई फ्रेंड्स भेज देते हैं या किसी इलीगल साइट्स में जाके वो गेम्स डाउनलोड, लिंक्स डाउनलोड करके they play these kind of games. But age appropriateness is very, very important. Now here, I'm going to give a tip to all of you. Just check your chat boxes. www.esrb.org and www.pegi, that's peggy.info. You all can also share these two websites on the YouTube platform. My dear students, these two websites are verified websites that give you a holistic approach about that particular game. Simple मतलब है, जो भी आप गेम खेल रहे हो या आपके ब्रदर्स और सिस्टर्स यंगर टू यू खेल रहे हैं, वो गेम का नाम किसी भी इन दोनों से वेबसाइट्स पे आप डाल दीजिए. ये वेबसाइट आपको उस गेम की एक्यूरेट रेटिंग बताएगा. It will tell you how much of sexual and violent content is there in that game and whether the game is appropriate for their age to play or not. Very quickly, I'm going to share a case study, which is my own case study over here that I experienced while I was playing a simple, nice game called Wordscapes. The game is about forming words with alphabets. हर गेम में बीच में हमें एड्स आते रहते हैं. वी गेट प्रोमोज ऑफ एड्स. अगर हमको कोई गेम पसंद आया देन वी क्लिक डाउनलोड और इंस्टॉल. इट टेक्स अस टू प्ले स्टोर एंड वहां से वो हम डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. सो मुझे भी ऐसे कुछ गेम्स के एड्स आए एंड देयर वाज दिस गेम कॉल्ड कुकिंग डायरीज, जहां पे अ गर्ल इज बेकिंग very, very innovative products. And she's selling those products to make money out of her baking products. Now, while I thought it's quite a cute game and interesting game because I learned a lot of ingredients and ways of baking, I downloaded this game from Play Store, जहाँ पे ये game का 4.8 rating था और ये game में 12 years plus का age limit था. Age did not matter to me, rating did matter to me, so I went and downloaded. While I was playing this game, after the 20th level, 20 level के बाद, the game started changing. Ab I had to groom this girl who was baking. I had to make her look attractive by giving her a bath, giving her a shower, make her wear very, very attractive lingerie, make her look very, very sexy, so that while she's selling her products of baking to her customers, she needs to look very attractive so that she gets more money for her appearance. Now, don't you think that the game is changing here? Agar 20th level pay, if I'm bathing this girl, giving her a shower, making her wear sexy clothes, imagine what's going to happen up to the 40th level. Isliye, we need to think. We need to apply our thoughts on where things are changing, where things are going wrong. Age limit for this game on Play Store was 12 plus years. So easy for children to easily download these kinds of games and play this kind of game and be exposed to sexual content. That is the reason if you go through these two websites, it will give you a holistic approach, because Play Store pe jo ratings games ke aate hai, they are not accurate, but these two websites will tell you whether the game has how much sexual violent content and whether it is appropriate for the age also or not. बहुत बार जब हम ऑनलाइन गेम्स खेलते हैं, we end up interacting and talking to strangers on the chatting platform by playing multiplayer games. So please do not connect with people who are strangers, because they can groom you. Groom करना यानी आपको तैयार करना. धीरे धीरे आपसे दोस्ती करके they will treat you as their very close friend. They can share fake information about themselves. They can show that they are of your age. They can use somebody else's picture. They'll make you believe that they are that they are somebody. Lekin asal mein they can be some adult or somebody who is waiting over there to get your attention, to build that faith in you so that you start sharing your sensitive details with that person, like your photographs and your videos. So please be mindful and do not connect with strangers. If you really feel that that person is interesting, verify that person on Google. बहुत अलग अलग प्रकार के हमें एडिक्शंस रहते हैं, जैसे सिगरेट है, जैसे ड्रिंकिंग है, गैम्बलिंग है. वैसे ही देयर इज आल्सो समथिंग कॉल्ड एज डिजिटल एडिक्शन और इंटरनेट एडिक्शन व्हिच इज ऑन अ राइज राइट नाउ. स्पेशली जब भी हम सोशल मीडिया पे कोई भी पोस्ट डालते हैं, इट कैन बी आवर फोटोग्राफ, इट कैन बी आवर थॉट्स और एनी काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन दैट वी आर पुटिंग ऑन सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स, we have a sort of an anxiety build up in us to continuously check हमारे पोस्ट को कितने लाइक्स, कितने शेयर्स और कितने कमेंट्स मिले हैं. अगर हमें एक्सपेक्टेड उतने लाइक्स, कमेंट्स या शेयर नहीं मिले हैं, इसका मतलब है कि हम वर्थलेस है, हमारी पोस्ट एकदम फालतू है, nobody is interested in me, I am a boring person. So immediately we start judging ourselves and we start feeling worthless, and we have a tremendous anxiety to see how many people are really responding to our content. FOMO का मतलब है the fear of missing out something. We cannot keep our gadgets away even for 10 minutes. कहीं कुछ मिस ना हो जाए, कहीं कुछ अगर हो रहा है तो कुछ मिस ना हो जाए. We should know everything about what's happening in people's life or what's happening in what's happening in the lives of people whom we are following, who are celebrities. Selfie obsession. I'm going to elaborate about selfies in the next slide, but here I just thought about identifying that, because of hyperly posting on social media platforms and building that anxiety about, the reactions of people and judging ourselves, we feel a kind of a low self-esteem, and we feel that we are worthless while we are sharing any of our thoughts. Unfortunately, this is how pandemic families look like. There is social disconnect. There is absolutely no communication with each other. Unfortunately, important decisions of the house are taken on WhatsApp. Social isolation, people prefer staying at home. No confrontation. There is digital infidelity and multiple relationships. यानी घर पे रहने से anonymous account बना के multiple relations people can keep on the internet platform, and then it gets very, very stressful and difficult for them to manage these kind of relationships. So this is how, unfortunately, हमारे pandemic के time पे तो सिर्फ हमारे ही नहीं, हमारे बच्चों के और कुत्ते बिल्लियों के भी account बने हुए हैं social media पे. One thing that I would like to inform. Dipsi Yadav, somebody please go on mute. It's Sheikh Rehana. Can you please go on mute? Thank you. Very important information I would like to give each one of you is the correct appropriate age to be on social media platforms. WhatsApp पे अगर आपको अपना खुद का अकाउंट बनाना हो तो the official age in India is 16 years, 60 plus, 16 साल के ऊपर. अगर आपके बच्चों ने या आपके सिबलिंग्स ने अकाउंट्स बनाए हैं, खुद के अकाउंट्स बनाए हैं, फेक डेट ऑफ बर्थ डाल के, or if they have their own gadgets, then this is a cybercrime and this is not acceptable. The correct age for having accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat and any other social media platform is 13 plus, 13 saal ke upar. So please do inform that children do not have the right to create their personal accounts on social media platforms if they are not 16 and 13 years respectively. Yeah. So I was talking about selfies. एक सेल्फी खींचने के लिए हमें कम से कम 20 से 25 सेल्फी तो खींचनी पड़ती है, क्योंकि हम बिलीव ही नहीं कर सकते या हमें विश्वास ही नहीं रहता है कि कौन सी वाली सेल्फी में हम ज्यादा अच्छे लगेंगे या किसको कौन सी वाली सेल्फी ज्यादा पसंद आएगी। लेकिन रियलिटी में सभी सेल्फीज में हम वैसे ही दिख रहे हैं। आई होप यू विल एग्री टू दैट। और वो 25 सेल्फीज में से 2 या 3 सेल्फी सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म पे डालना यानी यूपीएससी और एमपीएससी एग्जाम से कम नहीं होता। वी आर अनएबल टू डिसाइड। और अगर हमें उस फोटो पे कम लाइक्स मिले या कम कमेंट्स मिले तो जान देने का मन करता है। वी फील वी आर वेरी वेरी वर्थलेस। और सेल्फीज को यानी खुद को और खूबसूरत बनाने के लिए हम सब एक प्रकार की फिल्टर्ड लाइफ जीते हैं। वी यूज एक्सेसिव फिल्टर्स to show ourselves as more attractive. We are living in some kind of a pretense. If you see in this image, a girl on Instagram is showing that she is very, very hot and sexy. लेकिन real life में वो बहुत ही boring और dull किस्म की इंसान है. This boy is showing that he's like a rock star. लेकिन in real life उसके पास friends भी नहीं है उसके साथ chat करने के लिए या उसके साथ movie देखने के लिए. And all of these lead to low self-acceptance of self. So my dear beautiful girls, you have to understand that you are beautiful the way you are. People who really love you will accept you filterless. You do not need to have filters on you to look more attractive. People who believe in you, whom you trust, people who are very close to you will love you unconditionally. So you do not need to have any kind of low self-acceptance. In fact, believe in yourself and be proud of who you are. जब किसी दूसरे पे मीम्स बनती है तो हमें बहुत हंसी आती है, लेकिन जब हमारे ऊपर मीम्स बनती है हमें मर जाने का मन करता है. Creating defamatory memes on people, on teachers, on faculty, on students can put you into some kind of serious trouble. We have received cases during the pandemic and even now where children, where students, even from schools, have photomorphed their teachers out of anger, out of humiliation, क्योंकि टीचर ने उनको डांट दिया होगा बहुत बुरी तरह ऑनलाइन में. उनके फोटोग्राफ्स व्हाट्सएप से निकाल के उनका डीपी लेके उनके फोटोज मॉर्फ कर दिए हैं और ये फोटोज ग्रुप में स्प्रेड कर दिए हैं. सिर्फ यही नहीं, हमारे पास ऐसे भी केसेस आए हैं जहां बच्चों ने स्कूल और कॉलेज अकाउंट्स हैक कर लिए हैं एंड दे हैव डिक्लेयर्ड ऑन द कॉलेज अकाउंट दैट कल छुट्टी है, do not come to school or college. So please be very, very mindful that these are objectionable activities and these can lead you into serious trouble. Hashtags use करना. जब हम कोई भी पोस्ट करते हैं तब हम कभी कभार irrelevant hashtags use करते हैं. इसका मतलब है कि for example, if I am a painter and I've posted something about my painting, I will use relevant hashtags to my post, to that painting or to my thoughts about that painting, or to the mediums that I have used in the painting. I can use these kind of hashtags. The moment I use some irrelevant hashtag, like, for example, love and kisses and hugs or any other irrelevant hashtag, my post, even if my account is private, it goes to thousands of other platforms जहाँ पे वो hashtag trending होता है, जहाँ पे उस बारे में जहाँ पे उस हैशटैग के बारे में अलग पोस्ट रहते हैं. विच मीन्स कि अगर आपका अकाउंट प्राइवेट भी होगा, आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन लाखों लोगों तक बहुत आसानी से पहुंच रही है बिकॉज आपने उस प्रकार के इरेलीवेंट हैशटैग्स यूज किए हैं जो आपके पोस्ट से उसका कोई संबंध ही नहीं है. सो बी माइंडफुल व्हाइल यू आर यूजिंग हैशटैग्स. ऑनलाइन ग्रूमिंग के बारे में मैंने थोड़ा आपको बताया था. ग्रूमिंग करना यानी तैयार करना. जैसे किसी पार्टी या वेडिंग में जाने के लिए हम पहले से ही खुद को तैयार करते हैं कि हम क्या पहनेंगे, हम कैसे दिखेंगे, व्हाट वी विल डू टू आवर हेयर, व्हाट वी विल वेयर एक्सेट्रा. इसी तरह ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म पे जब हम स्ट्रेंजर से इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, दे ग्रूम अस. ये चीज बहुत धीरे धीरे होती है. इट टेक्स वीक्स एंड लॉन्ग. People who are strangers can create a fake account and build the trust in you so that you share all your personal information about your girlfriends or boyfriends, share your photographs with them, and then later you are threatened with your own photographs. रिवेंज पॉर्न का मतलब है जब गर्लफ्रेंड एंड बॉयफ्रेंड का ब्रेकअप हो जाता है, जो फोटोज उन्होंने एक दूसरे के कंसेंट से, परमिशन से खींचे हैं, विच आर ऑब्जेक्शनेबल फोटोज एंड वीडियोस, वही फोटोज दूसरे गर्लफ्रेंड या बॉयफ्रेंड के खिलाफ यूज किए जाते हैं उनका रिवेंज लेने के लिए, क्योंकि उनका ब्रेकअप हो गया है. रिवेंज पॉर्न इज कंसिडर्ड एज अ सीरियस साइबर क्राइम. सो अगेन, आई एम गोइंग टू रिपीट, do not share your photographs and videos with your baby and Janus, even how much ever they are missing you or how much ever you are missing them. Sharing of inappropriate, objectionable pictures is very, very scary, and this can make you fall into deep trouble. Sextortion का मतलब होता है कि आप ही के फोटोज को मॉर्फ करके उन्हीं फोटो से आपको डरा या धमकाया जाता है. You are threatened to do some kind of sexual activity or some kind of sexual favor live in front of the camera. A suggestion to all of you all is that आजकल बहुत सारे cases आए हैं जहाँ पे फेसबुक मैसेंजर पे हमें एक वीडियो कॉल आता है. The moment we take that video call, we see that there is a pornographic video over there where a girl is removing her clothes or a boy is removing his clothes, और वहां पे उनकी तरफ से हमारा फेस रिकॉर्ड हो जाता है, और कुछ ही सेकंड में जब हम कॉल वो बंद कर देते हैं, एक वीडियो हमें भेजा जाता है हमारे रिएक्शंस के साथ कि वो वीडियो देखते हुए हमारी रिएक्शन क्या थी. Now, this kind of a crime has been a very, very common crime these days, जहाँ पे बहुत लोग इसके साथ ऐसे मैसेंजर पे ऐसे कॉल्स आए हैं और उनके फेसेस रिकॉर्ड हुए हैं इस प्रकार के कंटेंट के साथ. डोंट बी अफ्रेड, इमीडिएटली फेसबुक पे इसके बारे में रिपोर्ट करिए, स्क्रीनशॉट लेना मत भूलिए, और लोकल पुलिस स्टेशन में जाके आप इसके बारे में जरूर कंप्लेंट दर्ज करिए. मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली, इफ यू आर यंगर, प्लीज इन्फॉर्म दिस टू योर पेरेंट्स, एंड आपके पेरेंट्स को लेके जाइए एंड गो एंड रिपोर्ट अबाउट इट टू the police station. So sextortion is a very, very common and serious crime that happens against women, and that is the reason, please be mindful before making friends with any strangers, and do not share any kind of objectionable or inappropriate videos and pictures of yourself. Remember, when you're using any form of dating apps, do not share your locations on these dating apps. Pornography के बारे में आप सबको शायद पता होगा. Pornographic sites which have sexual content which is very, very fake and unrealistic. Pornographic content is very, very addictive. एक बार देख लिया तो बार बार देखने का मन करता है. Younger couples जो होते हैं उनको these kind of contents can influence them vastly, thinking that उनके भी relationships ऐसे ही attractive और fun होने चाहिए जैसे इन प्रकार के sex videos में रहता है. लेकिन आप सबको ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है कि pornographic content is a business. There are professionals who are doing this kind of a violent activity. This content is very, very addictive, like I said, and all of these pornographic sites are insecure sites. आपको जान के ताजुब होगा कि हम जो इंटरनेट इस्तेमाल करते हैं उसमें से 12% इंटरनेट, 12% of the internet comprises only of pornographic sites, and that's a very, very big number. These sites can, all of these sites are illegal sites, insecure sites. They can hack your gadget, they can send a virus to your gadget, they can even hack your camera. So please do not visit these kind of sites, because first of all, the content that is shown on the sites is unrealistic, it is fake, it is very, very violent in nature. And what you need to understand is that real life relationships ऐसे नहीं होते जैसे in sexual videos में होते हैं. Real life relationships are based on 4 important values: love, trust, respect, and consent, which is permission. None of these 4 values you will ever find in these kind of videos, because these are created to attract you, these are created to influence you. So do not fall a prey to these kind of sites. If by chance अगर किसी दोस्त ने आपको इस प्रकार के sites भेज दिए हैं, so please inform that friend that this is an illegal activity and your gadget and you are also under danger. So do not have any kind of unrealistic expectations about sex from these kind of sites. So, my dear beautiful girls, this is how your babies and Janos can look like when you are online. A girl is asking a guy, how old are you? And he's saying, well, I'm 18 years old, but he's some buddhi uncle sitting in some corner of the world. A guy is asking a woman, do you have a camera? And she says, no, well, auntie is saying I don't have a camera. So again, inform your parents, teachers, or counselors, or us if you see anything that is objectionable or threatening, scary. Like I said, beware of your digital footprints because they can either shape you or shake your life. एक बार कंटेंट आपने आपकी तरफ से डिलीट कर दिया, वो इंटरनेट से आप मरने के बाद भी डिलीट नहीं होगा. You are leaving your digital footprints. Very quickly, some security tips for all of you. Always check the URL closely. where www के पहले https होना बहुत बहुत जरूरी है. S stands for security. Any site which does not have https before www is considered as an insecure site, and this can harm your gadget or send a virus to your gadget, even hack your cameras for that matter. Investigate the source, like I said. Put that information on Google about that person, about that message, and investigate whether the message is fake or the message is true. चेक फॉर्मेटिंग ऑफ द लिंक्स. बहुत बार हमें ऐसे लिंक्स मिलते हैं जो बहुत ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड होते हैं या फिर जिसमें स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक्स होती हैं. Always check the URL formatting of the link closely. If you think that the link is too complicated to read, please do not open any links shared by strangers, and do not even by your friends for that matter, because these can be fraudulent sites that can lead you to harming your gadgets again. So remember that you always need to be very skeptical about the photos, posts, and of tweets. Do not believe them blindly, and do not forward messages without verifying any content. अगर कभी भी आपके फोन में आपको किसी प्रकार के चेंजेस महसूस हो, जैसे स्क्रीन चेंज, ऐप चेंज, यानी एप्स अचानक बहुत सारे न्यू पॉपअप्स आ रहे हैं, या एप्स या अनयूजुअल प्रोग्राम्स अपने से डाउनलोड हो रहे हैं, या आपके स्पीड बहुत ही फोन की स्लो या ज्यादा हो गई है, sorry, that means your phone is under attack. Your phone is either hacked or there is a virus in your phone because you have probably visited some unsecured site. उसके लिए क्या करना है? Robust firewalls. Please keep your password strong. Remember आपकी date of birth, आपके बेबी जानों की date of birth, बेबी जानों का नाम, उनका एड्रेस, घर के किसी के date of birth, mix of names and date of birth are very, very predictable passwords. Now, an important information I would like to give all of you is, हम जिन साइबर सेल के साथ काम करते हैं, उनके साथ जो एथिकल हैकर्स काम करते हैं, उनकी स्टडी के हिसाब से इंडिया में किसी भी पर्सनालिटी को ऑनलाइन परखने के लिए, गेज करने के लिए, इट टेक्स लेस देन 7 मिनट्स. क्योंकि हम इतना हाइपरली खुद के बारे में इंटरनेट प्लेटफॉर्म पे पोस्ट करते हैं कि प्रेडेटर्स को इट टेक्स लेस देन 7 मिनट्स टू अंडरस्टैंड योर पर्सनालिटी एंड योर बिहेवियर, एंड इट इज चुटकी में उनको आपका पासवर्ड क्रैक हो सकता है. सो प्लीज कीप योर पासवर्ड्स कॉम्प्लिकेटेड एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग. हो सके तो शेयर इट विथ योर पेरेंट्स. आई एम श्योर यू वोंट, बट देन एटलीस्ट राइट इट अप इन अ डायरी, सो दैट अगर कभी भी आप किसी भी प्रकार की ट्रबल में हो, योर पेरेंट्स और गार्डियंस विल बी द फर्स्ट वन टू कम एंड हेल्प यू फ्रॉम दैट. Always keep updating the programs and the software and the apps on your gadget, and use a good antivirus. 20-25 हजार का फोन हम खरीद लेते हैं, लेकिन एक एंटीवायरस खरीदने में हम बहुत कंजूसी करते हैं. Antivirus can keep your phone protected. It can avoid unusual programs, and it can make you alert if there is any kind of a fraudulent activity. Multi-factor authentication code के बारे में मैं आपको next slide में बताऊंगी. Always keep your Wi-Fi password secured, because you will be that auntie uncle जिनका Wi-Fi password कोई और बच्चा चुरा रहा है. So keep your Wi-Fi password strong. You can also have the option of using multiple Wi-Fi passwords for the house. तो अगर आपके लिए फैमिली मेंबर्स के लिए एक पासवर्ड है, तो कोई बाहर वाला अगर आपके पास नॉन व्यक्ति आता है, तो उनके लिए आप एक अलग पासवर्ड सेट कर सकते हो. So try and set different Wi-Fi router passwords according to the requirement. A task for all of you is to enable your two-factor authentication code, and this task is for all teachers also and for all students also. Two-factor authentication is also called two-step verification, which I'm going to put it up in the chat box. Two-step verification. इसका मतलब है कि कभी भी अगर आपका अकाउंट हैक हो जाता है, कोई इलीगली आपका अकाउंट यूज कर रहा है, तो आपको एक नोटिफिकेशन मिलेगा आपके ईमेल आईडी पे कि ऐसी ऐसी एक्टिविटी हो रही है. यदि वो आप ही हैं तो आप उसको एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हो, या तो आपको अलर्ट किया जाएगा कि somebody else is using your account. ये कैसे किया जाता है? गूगल, ईमेल्स, व्हाट्सएप, फेसबुक, ट्विटर, स्नैपचैट, इंस्टाग्राम, सभी गुड सोशल मीडिया साइट्स के सेटिंग्स में अगर आप जाओगे, यू हैव टू एनेबल योर टू स्टेप वेरिफिकेशन, जहां पे आप एक 6 डिजिट का नंबर आपको एंटर करना है और आपको आपका ईमेल आईडी उसमें डालना है, ताकि अगर बाय चांस आपका फोन किसी और के हाथ में है और अगर वो आपका अकाउंट इलीगली यूज कर रहे हैं बिना आपके परमिशन के, तो आपको नोटिफिकेशन आ सकता है कि आपके अकाउंट से कुछ फ्रॉडुलेंट एक्टिविटी हो रही है. You can always control the audience on social media platforms. Don't just build your connects by having 700,000 friend lists, friends in your friend list, because friends ke friends are not your friends. Connect with people you only know in real, or people who are influencers in a good way, and who are people who you would love to follow for their work and their creativity. And always learn to block and report. So this is just a gist of how the two-step verification on WhatsApp looks like. WhatsApp के right side के ऊपर 3 dots रहते हैं, वहां पे आप settings में जाइए. Settings के अंदर account होता है, account के अंदर तीसरा आपको मिलेगा two-step verification. 6 digit का number डालिए. Please share this number with your parents or write it down in a diary. बेबी जानू का डेट ऑफ बर्थ फोन नंबर नहीं लिखना है, आपका डेट ऑफ बर्थ फोन नंबर नहीं लिखना है. कॉम्प्लिकेटेड 6 डिजिट का नंबर डालिए जो आपको याद रहेगा, क्योंकि व्हाट्सएप पीरियोडिकली आपको ये नंबर पूछेगा. जब तक आप ये करेक्ट नंबर नहीं डालोगे 6 डिजिट का, आप भी आपका अकाउंट एक्सेस नहीं कर पाओगे. सो टू स्टेप वेरिफिकेशन फॉर ईमेल्स, गूगल, all social media platforms is a must. नहीं याद आ रहा है, just put two step verification on Google and say WhatsApp के लिए कैसे activate करना है, enable करना है. It will give you all the steps there. These are screenshots of how you can do the two-step verification on your Instagram, Facebook, etc. An important tip to all of you is that हम बहुत ही आसानी से प्ले स्टोर से हम बहुत सारे एप्स ऐसे यूज कर लेते हैं जो हमारे फोन से हमारी बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन मांग रहे हैं, एक्सेस मांग रहे हैं, जैसे कि हमारे कॉल रिकॉर्ड्स हैं, जैसे हमारा प्रिसाइज लोकेशन है, हमारा कॉल रिकॉर्डिंग है, ऑडियो रिकॉर्डिंग है, एसएमएस है, एंड इवन इन सम केसेस रीडिंग योर एसडी कार्ड. सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, use apps which ask you for minimum and required permission. For example, Ola, Uber या Swiggy और Zomato का काम सिर्फ आपका लोकेशन जानना है और ज्यादा से ज्यादा आपका कॉल लॉग का एक्सेस, ताकि आप उनको कॉल कर सके जो डिलीवर कर रहा है. They do not need your photo gallery. They do not need your audio recording. They will only ask you, and you have the right to select how much permission you want to give in the apps. So do not get influenced by people and download apps just because others are using it. Use apps which ask you for minimum permission from your gadget. Okay. Now, a question to all of you is, do you think girls are safe online? I would really want you to answer me. Students, can you please keep your cameras on? It'll just help me understand it. Girls, do you think you're safe online? Come on. Khushbu, Amrita, Ruby, Rupali, Deepanjali. You all are here, but you all are not here. Shweta, Kushbu,
No, ma'am.
you're not safe online.
No.
What do you think, Jaya Yadav?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you safe online?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I believe that you girls are absolutely safe online, provided you learn security and safety features, provided you never share objectionable pictures and videos with anybody online, provided you always preserve your data and location details, provided you always verify people and profiles before making friends with them online, provided you never let others, even your BFFs, to operate your accounts, provided you always regularly report content and safeguard your profiles and keep your profiles private and not public, provided you never share on banking details on any kind of banking portals or on calls, and never share sensitive details like date of birth, OTP, address, PAN card, Aadhaar card, account numbers, and PIN numbers, and provided that you're alert and you're smart. So I think internet is a beautiful platform where there is no end to learning resources and the kind of knowledge. And of course, to massively entertain ourselves, because there's some amazing content on the internet. But all you need to do is be very, very alert. Identify that agar aapke saath kuch ho raha hai, this can be a cybercrime. Recollect all the crimes that I've told you. Remember that you have to take a print screen or a screenshot of the content which is uncomfortable. Report it to your parents or your college or to us, or immediately with the printouts of the content, go to the police station. I will request all of you to take a screenshot of this slide, because this is a very important slide, which I'm expecting all of you to also share it with your siblings and your parents. Punishments as per the IT Act under the cyber law. Section 66C के अंदर creation of a fake profile can give you 3 years of imprisonment and up to 2 lakh rupees fine. I'm not going to read all the crimes, but I'll read only some specific ones. Posting private body parts of a person under the section 66E, 3 years of jail and 2 lakh rupees fine. Sharing or posting derogatory words, gestures used to defame, harass, insult, or body shame a woman or any person, or sexting, sending sexual messages in the form of text, images, GIFs, or videos under the section 67 and 67A, 5 to 7 years of imprisonment and 10 lakh rupees fine. Stalking, meaning following somebody's online activities with a criminal intention to harass that person through any electronic gadget, under the section 354D, 500 and 509, 3 years of jail and 2 lakh, about 50,000-60,000 rupees fine. Hacking, meaning stealing somebody's data, pictures, images, videos without their permission, even from schools and college projects without the college's permission or the teacher's permission, it will be considered as a cybercrime under the section 65 and 66, 3 years of imprisonment and 2 lakh rupees fine. Child pornography means sexual videos, contents, or GIFs of children under the age of 18. Watching these kind of videos or images, storing this kind of content in your phone, and sharing this kind of content with others, all three are considered as cybercrime under the section 67B, can lead you up to 7 years of jail and 10 lakh rupees fine. And like I said, cyber terrorism means radicalizing people's thinking by brainwashing them against their country, religion, and society. Under the section 66F is given lifetime imprisonment. So शायद मैंने आप सबको बहुत ज्यादा डरा दिया है. Have I scared all of you? Can you please keep your cameras on, because it's important for me to understand. Mamta Pale is telling me no. Okay. हाँ, मैंने आप सबको बहुत ज्यादा डरा दिया है.
Students, please keep your cameras on, please. I want all the students to on their cameras.
Even I want to see your faces. I'm sure you're all bored seeing my face now. क्या मैंने आप सबको बहुत ज्यादा डरा दिया है?
No, ma'am.
वेल हमारा मकसद आप सबको प्रोटेक्टेड रखना, आप सबको ये जानकारी देना है कि आप सेफ हो अगर आप कुछ प्रोटोकॉल्स फॉलो करो। और ये भी हम बोलना चाहेंगे कि यदि आपके फ्रेंड्स के साथ कोई भी साइबर क्राइम हुआ है तो बाय स्टैंडर्ड ना बनिए। डोंट बी बाय स्टैंडर्ड्स, स्टैंड अप फॉर योर फ्रेंड एंड टेल योर फ्रेंड दैट उनके साथ जो हो रहा है वो एक साइबर क्राइम है, एंड help that friend by reporting about that particular crime and take the appropriate action about it. Don't be a bystander. So, one quick recap for all of you. अगर आप कुछ objectionable देखते हो इंटरनेट पे, it can be a message, it can be a text, photo, picture, GIF, कुछ भी होगा तो सबसे पहले पैनिक मत हो जाइए, डरिएगा मत, be strong and resilient, और डर के मारे क्विकली वो कंटेंट डिलीट ना करे, instead take a screenshot and approach to the nearest cyber cell which will handle these kind of requests. Make sure कि आप जब भी एविडेंस ले रहे हो, प्रिंट स्क्रीन या स्क्रीनशॉट्स ले रहे हो, वेबसाइट और URL उसमें दिखनी चाहिए। What is responsible online behavior? Reasoned thinking. Think before you like, click, comment, share, and upload. Respect each other online and offline and empathize with each other. Just because you're online, you do not have the right to treat somebody badly. Be strong and resilient. And lastly, be responsible and understand the law. To the left, we have our helpline number. You can take a screenshot of the slide, which is 8433701077. ये responsible netizen हमारे संस्था की helpline number है, और महिला आयोग की हेल्पलाइन भी हमने राइट साइड में दी हुई है। We have also given you numbers of the Cyber Cell Mumbai and Cyber Cell Thane. You can take a screenshot of the slide, share it with your friends, your siblings, and your family members as well. Remember, we are all here to help you, your college and us. We are here to help you, get out of any kind of trouble that you're facing in the online space. So before I end, I would like to share a feedback form with all of you, because remember, your feedback will only help us improve, make our sessions more knowledgeable, and it will help us just be better. And we can also have your perspective in it. So feedback is important. Teachers, I would urge you to please request every student, even on the YouTube platform, to fill up the feedback form, because it is very, very crucial for us. So this is it from my end, dear students and dear teachers. I hope that you found the session informative. Do share your comments even in the chat box if you can. It'll just help me understand your thinking better. Over to you, teachers.
Yeah, yes, thank you, Shilpa ma'am. The session was really very, very informative. No doubt our students are a little bit shy, but I am sure they've definitely enjoyed the session and they've definitely understood it well, And believe me, even I could get some useful information, useful tips, and we teachers will share these information with our students during our lectures also. So they can definitely be aware about these things. So the session was really very fruitful. Thank you so much, Shilpa ma'am. Yes, Shilpa ma'am, there are 2-3 questions which are asked by our students. So I'll just take the question answer round, and then the vote of thanks will also be officially given by our another madam. So please we take the question answer round. Yeah. Yeah, Shilpa ma'am, one question from our students asked, okay, what are the elements of cyber security? I guess you've already explained in that circle thing, but yes, what are the elements of the cyber security? That's what our question has been asked.
Ma'am, the question itself is not very clear to me. Can the question be simpler? What does she or he means by elements?
Yeah. The question was, what is the elements of cyber security? So
Ma'am, you're on mute. Steffi, feedback link is not working, it seems. I will resend you all the feedback link. Just give me, somebody has said that the feedback link is not working. Just give me a couple of minutes. I'm resending you the link. Ma'am, I think you were speaking and now I can't
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
you.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
question was,
the question was, ma'am, so what are the
yes, can you hear me?
yes, can you
Okay.
hear me?
I can hear you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes, elements of cyber security. What are the elements means? I mean, they must be there. You know, how can you protect it with mobile phone or maybe through Facebook? Or that might be the question. You know, the question was asked this way: what are the elements of cyber security?
Okay, like I already said, that it is very, very important for all of us
yes,
to protect our gadgets and have strong passwords to all our social media accounts. One important, it's cyber safety tip, I would call it, is that activate your two-step verification for all your social media accounts. That will keep your social media accounts secure. Use strong passwords. Do not let somebody else use your accounts. And do not connect again with strangers and give them your information. Otherwise your account information and your details can be hacked. So these are some basic tips that I've already shared with all of you all. If I have answered the question correctly, and this is what they meant by asking.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes.
I'm just
Now,
resharing.
one more question.
I'm just
How to
resharing the.
save time excessive social media networking?
Sorry.
How to save time from excessive social media networking?
How to save time from excessive. Oh, that's a very, very interesting question. So, like I remember when I told you about FOMO, the fear of missing out, right? You remember when I told you about it? There are so many different activities you can engage yourself in. And this is something that only you can do and cut off yourself. Keep a screen time limit for yourself, I would suggest. If you have been on your phone for like hours and hours, or you're constantly seeing your profiles every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes, you need to put some restrictions to yourself and reduce your screen time and engage yourself in various other, could be physical activities, or could be reading, just reading a book, or just could be chilling out or doing some other activities. Remember, it is just give me one more second, please. Have you received the feedback link?
Dipali, the feedback link is from. Yes, ma'am, we have received. It's there on the chat box.
So, like I told you all earlier, it is something that you have to decide for yourself how much of social media you want to absorb and how much it is influencing you. The moment you feel that it is influencing you too much, you need to cut it off. There are various ways. I don't need to tell you how you can cut it off, but it is some rules that you will have to apply for yourself, I would suggest. Don't worry if you're
Yes,
missing
yes.
out on something on the internet. अब कुछ बिगड़ेगा नहीं अगर आपने कुछ मिस आउट किया है या किसकी लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है. I'm sure there are various other better things to do in life than troubling yourself and building that anxiety.
Yes, that was a great answer by you, madam. Thank you so much. Yes, now the last thing on the session, I would request Dr. Aarti Verma. She's also one of the teacher of the accountancy department, to give the vote of thanks to ma'am. Dr. Aarti Verma, over to you.
Good afternoon, one and all. Myself, Dr. Aarti Verma, take opportunity to propose vote of thanks for today's webinar on cyber security. Sakhi. I express my gratitude to Ms. Shilpa Chandolikar, trustee of Ahan Foundation, for her excellent, valuable session on cyber wellness that will make our youth girls aware about responsible online behavior. My sincere thanks to our trustees, management, and principal, Dr. Asha Menon, for their constant help, guidance, and support that keeps us radiated. I extend my thanks to IQAC coordinator, Women Development Cell of College, all the members of Department of Accountancy and Department of Commerce to shape today's event and make it a successful one. I must mention special thanks to Ms. Hashmat for her technical help and support throughout. And yes, of course, my dear students who had made today's webinar a grand success. Thank you, one and all. Over to you, Pankti.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
Pankti, unmute yourself.
Yes. Thank you, Aarti ma'am. Thank you so much for your kind words. And yes, this was the last thing. Thank you, Shilpa madam, for really giving the wonderful knowledge to our girls. Yes, students, the feedback link has been posted on the chat box. Please fill the feedback link.
Thank you for the opportunity from our entire team. And thank you, students, for listening to me so patiently and asking questions. And we are expecting in return your feedback, which is valuable to us. I hope to connect with your college very soon again. Stay safe, enjoy the internet. Don't worry, you all are safe. Follow certain protocols and just stay